Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So we are going to be swatching my Orange Maniology Stamping Polishes today. So per usual, the tones can vary between like pink leaning or brown leaning. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, we're going to start with Watermelon Float, and they call this a cream coral. So to me it does have a pink tone to it, but with it being listed as a coral, I have it in with my oranges. So I still am going to be using my Maniology plate M005, this image to do the swatches. And I'm just going to be swatching the tops. So I've kind of paired my creams and shimmers, glitters all together in their own category. And I'm going to try to remember to pause in between my cleanup time so you don't have to watch every single little thing. I think this one's quite pretty. And it looks to be cover well over both. It's a bit more neon-y on the white side, but it still covers very well over the black. Okay, now we're going to a light tone, which is a Nectar B506. So this one kind of reminds me a bit of a salmon tone in a way, just a little bit. It reminds me of Perfect, I believe is what it's called. It's a lighter orange. I don't have that one to actually compare, but from what I've seen, they seem similar, but I think the other one may be a peach lighter. But I would say it covers pretty well over both colors. Okay, next we have Haltha B398, and I definitely like this color better than I thought I would, just because you can kind of use this for, say, like a gingerbread house or a fence, just different little things that you might not would think of immediately. Now, in a way, this one reminds me of, I had to pull it out. I couldn't remember. A pinch of little bit of Grateful, but Grateful's more, and we have already swatched that one. It's more of a brown tone as to where this one's more orange tone. So there is a difference. Now, Grateful, I definitely think is a gingerbread tone, but this one you could still use like for different things. Now, I feel like over the black you can see a tint of a brown tone, and it's more orange over the white. But I overall think it covers well over both. And then, of course, depending on which color base you put it over will depend on which, finish you get, color-wise. So I'm trying to make sure I give you time to actually, really see the product. Okay, now this one was considered like a red clay orange or red clay. Let me look it back up. Okay, a clay red orange. And this is nutmeg. So I had already done my reds. Um, and so I don't, let me tell you the number real quick. B352. So I didn't really know where to put this one, but since it has says orange as well, I figured I'm going to include it in this um swatching portion. I don't know. If you have this, which color tone do you guys put this with? In a way, I feel like I need it in its own category because it doesn't really look orange to me, but it's not necessarily red either. But there's so many polishes that are like that. They, have different tones in them, so it is hard to sometimes tell where to categorize it at. Now there it might kind of a bit more in the red family, and it covered well over both. Now I feel like I can see a pinch of a burnt orange tone on the white. Okay, next we have papaya B436. And as always, I will compare them together here in a minute. So this one you can see better over the white than the black, but it still covers pretty well. It just kind of looks more pinch brown tone on this side and more orange tone on this side. Okay, the next one's one of my favorites, and this is Pumpkinhead B254. And this one is one of my must-haves, personally. I would rebuy this one. Now I can just see a slight difference between the two sides, but it's still an orange tone on both. And we got fall and Halloween coming up. Okay, so we're gonna get into the shimmers. So this one leans more into the pink realm to me, and this is Sunblaze B472. But it was also, I believe, listed something about it reminded was supposed to have been in the orange family as well. So that's just where I have ended up putting it. Also, I should have showed you better. It has, see that kind of like gold shimmers in there? It didn't do wonderful over the black, but it did okay over the white. But it could have been the way I picked it up. Most of them have been picking up just fine, but sometimes you get a finicky one. But it does look kind of more pink toned there as well. I do think it's a very pretty color, but you can just definitely see it better over the white. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Okay, they're calling it a duochrome salmon. So it's back in with that other one that was, um, what am I thinking? Something. Did something say salmon or did I just have that in my head? I think I might have said that on my own. But I guess when you get into that tone, it kind of can go towards pink leaning, orange leaning. So this one's a bit interesting as well. Oh, I try to shake them up, but sometimes they get kind of stuck to the sides and you can't get it all. But it's got those shimmers too. And to me, this one has sort of a pinkish tone as well. But this one is Toko Toucan B439. Not sure if they have this one anymore. I think they were trying to discontinue it. a while back, and I think that's why I picked it up was because it was, like, on a big sale. But I'm still gonna show you because I do since I do have it. See, now I see some brown on that with it like that, but I can also see, like a mauvey pink tone. It does to me look pinch brown there as well. Pinky brown. And I'm not really seeing the shimmers come up on it just right there, but they are very fine because I can definitely see them in the bottle. Alrighty, so now we got more of a metallic look, at least in the bottle. And this is Doom B405. Also Halloweeny. Let me get a little bit more. I can tell seems a little bit more light. Like light in the way it was picking up. Okay, that's interesting. It has a pinch of a pink tone in my opinion. And it is kind of duochrome looking. I didn't think it was a duochrome, but I'm gonna have to look that one up too now. They look the same there. Well, the white side has a pinch of a, I don't even know, pink tone maybe, and the black side looks a bit more orangey, but I don't know, that it's got that real pretty shimmer. That's crazy because it looks different than what you would think. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna look that one up. Okay, they call it a metallic orange. I don't know, that looks quite different. I like it. I think that'd be a fun one. And I say this, guys, because I have not used this one, I don't believe. If I have, I don't remember it. So I'll try to watch, if they put them on sale or it depends on what I'm stamping because a lot of times I'll go to my pumpkin head for orange, but I definitely need to start pulling in some my other colors. All right, another Halloween fall time. This one looks really pretty right there. Oh my gosh. And this is Persimmon B490. Now this one, when it came out, I think you might still can get it in a collection. I think it's Autumn Bounties, something like that, or by itself. Last I looked anyway. This one's kind of got that see-through tone as well, at least on the pickup. Oh, I didn't get that bottle closed. Yeah, that does kind of look similar. I did not expect that. It looks similar to the other one a bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I can kind of see a pink lean. They look the same there. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Again, we will compare them to side by side here in just a minute. It's very pretty. Over the black, it's definitely got that metallic tone. Very interesting. And now we have spiced orange B248. Has a pinch of a brown leaning tone to it. Oop, I need to clean my scraper card off. I mean, I did already, but I needed to again. Yeah, so it kind of leans like bronzy orange to me. Covers well over both. It's very pretty. I love the metallics. And last, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love this one. And this is Clockwork B481. Also, eventually, I'm gonna have like, cause I'll add to my colors as I go along. So I'm kind of gonna have like a random assortment of some swatches to come at some point that I'm just gonna put them all together since I've already gone through my, separate colors. So stay tuned for that. Because other than that, the only things left would be like, as far as like collections I have, I was gonna do like those together. For example, like Rainbow Splash Collection, I was gonna do that together and so forth. So this one also has a bit of a similar vibe as those other two, but it definitely is so pretty and it definitely pops over black. And you can, in my opinion, you can see it more so over the black than the white. Apologize, I held that one there for so long. I got distracted by what I was hearing. Okay, so let's compare. Well, this one really is like going to be its own thing. Okay, let me do them like this. So this one is nectar, salsa. I'm going to turn them the same directions. Papaya, pumpkin head. So you can tell they're different right there. Okay, so now I definitely feel like this one leans more red. So I think I'm going to put it with my reds after this. But that is nutmeg. Let me put it here. Toko toucan, sunblaze, watermelon float, which definitely does appear more pink tone now. These are somewhat a pink similar. Okay, and then doom. So I'm curious how those are going to look together. Persimmon. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. We'll take a better look here in just a minute. Let's see. Spiced orange and clockwork. So let me kind of do these like, let's come back to this section because I feel like this group is a bit more similar together. This one's leaning more like kind of a peach. Well, let me see something. I feel like that's, yeah. See, now it's orange. I was like, why is the camera picking up yellow? It has, I don't feel like it's so yellow in person. I don't know why it's picking that up as yellow. But like there, I feel like that's more accurate to what I see. And again, nectar, hatha, papaya, pumpkin head. And those are all creams. Then I'm putting these together because these all have a pink leaning tone. So I'm definitely going to put this one in my reds, and that's nutmeg. But these are like, this one's like mauvey, and these are like pink tone. But I know one of them said something about salmon. So I don't know where I'm going to put those yet. Let's see this one. Okay, Toco Toucan, Sunblaze, and Watermelon Float. So I don't know. I may have to move those into a different section as well. And then Spiced Orange and Clockwork. A bit similar. I feel like this one's a bit over the black. You can tell it's a bit more orangey, deeper, something like that. They're very similar over white, but this one I can see a bit more. And of course, those are both metallic. And then Doom and Persimmon. Pretty interesting. They look very similar here to me, even in person. They both have a pink tone over the white. I never would have thought they would have been so close. Let's look at them this way. Okay, well I do can kind of see it that way, except this one looks like it has more shimmer or glitters, I guess I should say. Both very pretty. I was like, are they the same? No, they are different. Yeah, very similar there. So yeah, very interesting. So I hope that's somehow helpful or at least fun just to watch. I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much. And I will link Maniology's website in the description box if you're interested. And until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Love you. Bye.